Okay, welcome back. This is the second video in the How to Play Piano in 6 easy 3-minute lessons. Last lesson, you learned how to identify where the keys were in relationship to your 2 black keys and your 3 black keys. Let's begin. All right, in today's lesson, we need to talk about the 2 black keys and the 3 black keys. What are these 2 black keys and what are these 3 black keys? You already know that this is C, D, E, F, G, A, B. But what are the black keys? Well, the black keys are called sharps or flats. And what makes them a sharp is that they're either higher than the note that you just played. What makes them flats would be if they're lower than the notes that you just played. And often they can be the same. I know it sounds confusing, but it's really simple, right? So let's say you've got a C right here, and you move up to this key, this black key. Well, that's a C sharp. Or if you're playing a D, and you move down to that same key, guess what? It's a D flat. So it can be a C sharp or a D flat. The point is, all of these black keys raise the note beside it a half step, either higher or lower. And I want to introduce you to that concept of half steps, because that's a really important thing when we start to, work our way around the keyboard, is learning that there's distances between the keys, and that's how you make up chords. So, for instance, every key next to the other key, that distance is called a half step, right? So that's a half step. That's a half step from this C sharp. That's a half step from this D. This is a half step from this. F is a half step up from E. F sharp is a half step up from F, okay? And so what I want you to work on, of course, keep practicing, recognizing where every D and every G is on the keyboard. Keep practicing that. But I want you to go through and I want you to say out loud as you work your way up and down the keyboard. Let's just say, for example, you start with C. I want you to play that C. I want you to play every note on the keyboard. And as you say it, say the note that you're playing, C. When you play the next step up, I want you to say C sharp, which is a half step up from C. D, which is a half step up from C sharp. D sharp, which is a half step up from D. E, which is a half step up from E sharp. F, which is a half step up from E, and just keep on going until you're so comfortable talking about not only what the keys are, because you know where they are immediately, but also what the half step sharp or flat happens to be. So when you're going up, I want you to say that, I want you to call the notes, the black notes sharps, and when you come back down, I want you to call them flats as you're going down. Well, that's my timer. That means our 3 minutes is up. That's the lesson. That's your practice. Please subscribe. I'll see you on the next lesson.